Let's do this!
Where there's a comedy flick, there's often a Vince Vaughn.
Am I interested? I'm not really interested. Should I play like I'm interested, but I'm not that interested? But I think she might be interested, but do I want to be interested? But now she's not interested. So now all of a sudden I'm starting to get interested.
He's kept us interested with his wedding crashing, his dodgeballing, and even his couples therapy.
David, how did that make you feel?
I know my truth.
Excuse me?
I know my truth.
And now he's getting freaky in Freaky. When we first meet the Blissfield Butcher, his ability to use props to murder his victims is very impressive. If you were a murderer, Vince Vaughn, and I'm not saying you are, would you be a prop murderer, or would you bring your own, this is the weapon that I use each and every time?
Gosh, I haven't given it much thought, thankfully, but I think it was a little bit more stylized to pick kind of fun, different props for the movie. Some of the kills are so fun and surprising, not to give too much away, but in the trailer, there's the one where there's the school teacher, the woodshop teacher, who kind of gets, well, put to a saw, as it may be.
Poor Alan Ruck. I did feel sorry for him. The one that disturbed me the most, we won't say too much, but there's a bottle of wine used quite early. That was my most disturbing one.
Yeah, I was there for that one, and I agree with you that. But the ones that make you check your own body because you kind of get that sense memory, those are effective for sure.
What do you like watching a horror film?
I had the older sister, so I remember kind of being peer pressured and then wanting to come off cool. So I would make it like I was fine. But my imagination was pretty vivid, and I remember being really scared afterwards, like not wanting to keep my door open to see the puppet in my sister's room. And, I kind of was one of those kids who would go to it, but then afterwards be a lot more terrified than I would lead on.
But this horror show sees Vince combining the scary and the funny in what could be his toughest role yet, a teenage girl.
It turns out
Where am I?
I didn't get killed.
Oh my God, why do I sound like that?
I woke up in the killer's body.
When our beavers come to fight, feel our glory and our might, right?
Playing Millie was a lot of fun. The script was so well written where you empathized with her. She had kind of a tough home life, and she's at that awkward age where you don't have a lot of self-confidence yet. You're trying to figure out who you are. And then the butcher, it's something fun about being so menacing and getting to do both of them.
Okay, Booker, can you look at me, please? Please? Booker, please, can you look at me just for a second? Booker! Will you shut up?
Booger!
Anyone, Vince, who has seen any more than 3 or 4 movies knows that when an ancient artifact gets meddled with or disturbed, bad shit's about to happen. Haven't ancient artifacts been great for Hollywood movies?
Yeah, Chris Landon is a real fan of the genre, so he really did a fun job of playing with that. And yes, there is the whole kind of, mysterious artifact that kind of is the catalyst for the body swap, and the movie has a lot of fun with the backstory that way. Comedy and horror doesn't always live comfortably under the same roof. They can compete, but with Landon, I find myself laughing, and it just gets you open enough that when the scares come, it affects you all the more.
I want my body back.
Come and get it.
Vince, it's been great to chat. Freaky is such a fun film. Congratulations, and hopefully we see you back down in Australia soon.
Great to see you, brother. All the best to you.
Freaky is out now. It's a fun film.
Yeah, it looks fun, yeah.
It is. It's got the right amount of scare and the right amount of laughs.
See, Freddy Krueger just scarred me for life, Pete.
Yeah.
I can't go back there. Just brings it all back.
There are some pretty brutal moments. There's one early on involving a wine bottle, which I alluded to in the interview.
Yeah.
And it is quite disturbing.
I can tell it's
not necessarily frightening. It's just disturbing.
Pete, was it corked?
That was exactly what had happened. It was corked. It tasted like vinegar. Nothing worse.
Then you had
Horrific.
to carry.
Carrie somehow drunk it. Anyway.